Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
I do everything in my power to get them out. I don't have a lot of money, don't come from a lot of money. But I know a lot of people, and I know a lot of good-hearted people that we're going to get them out one way or the other.
That's Cumberland Mayor Charles Rowley. He says he is willing to bail Black Jewel miners out of jail if it comes to that. Dozens protested all night and all day. They are keeping a train from hauling off coal mined where they once worked. Those miners have went weeks without pay, health benefits, and access to their 401ks. For more on the heartache and struggles, let's begin with WYMT's Will Puckett covering day 2 of the protests. Will?
Steve, the timeline is key to all of this. Remember, these men and women who have been on these tracks for more than 24 hours now break their backs almost every day to keep our lights on. But now they are the ones who have been left in the dark. The beginning of July was a period of time the men and women of Black Jewel would like to forget.
My wife picks my check up, takes it to the bank. Next thing we know, we're $3,000 negative in the hole. And our account's frozen.
Jeff Willig and his wife have 6 kids. Jeff was one of the first miners out yesterday when word got out that a coal train was getting ready to haul away their hard work.
It's anger. I mean, we mine that out, and then here you are going to sit here and load trains, and then we still haven't got no pay. We don't know nothing. We have no idea what's going on.
These miners now block the tracks with a truck, cornhole boards, and their bodies.
It's amazing to me what men have to do to get what they earn.
These men go underground. Some risk their lives. But now, this is not just impacting them, it is impacting families.
Men, especially coal miners, are very tough, strong men. But when it comes to your kids, you're going to break. And to not be able to provide for him or get for him or anything like that, that hurts.
But knowing that as long as they're still owed their money, they're not going anywhere. Steve, Harlan County schools go back August 14th. Willig himself has 6 kids going back to school, while Rowe has 1. These families are hurting, and as the cost of school is approaching, the stranglehold on this situation only gets tighter tonight. Now, we have talked ad nauseum about the amount of help that is coming in from the community, whether it's food, drinks, or anything else. One person in Cumberland made shirts for these miners. This is Amy Back, who owns Color Me Beautiful. She made shirts like these for the miners and their families to wear. They're just here to show the support for the men and women who shop and work in this community.
Last night when we saw them standing here when I was leaving the shop, these guys, I know the community is heartbroken for them. And I kept thinking, what could I do for them? What could I do for them to show my support? And obviously they've got plenty of food and drinks here. And I knew that I had shirts and vinyl to make it. So I thought that would be the best way to show my support for them.
Steve, this is one of the shirts that's being made, handed out at no cost to the miners. It's just showing what's happening now. A little bit of a developing situation here, not as far as a train moving, but right down these tracks where those miners are walking up is a black bear mother and her cub. It's been a little bit of a reprieve from what has been a situation that is weighing on so many families. For now, live in Harlan County, Will Puckett, WYMT Mountain News.
All right, Will. I might try to get some video of that mama bear, but don't get too close. Thank you very much. CSX told us today they're monitoring the situation and that they have taken precautions to ensure the safety of their employees and are hoping for a quick resolution. Well, people from across Kentucky have jumped in to help these miners. Many are taking them food, drinks, and whatever else they may need. WYMT's Hannah Reynolds gives us a glimpse of that outpouring of support.
The Black Jewel layoffs affects all. They get hurt, we get hurt. So obviously, our first response is what can we do to help them? Pizza Hut started off with a 10% discount for the families of miners, but that wasn't enough for the employees of Pizza Hut in Harlan, Cumberland, and Pineville. They wanted to do more, so since Monday, boys have donated money to help feed them. Last night, we donated pizzas out of Cumberland to the miners, and then today, Brittany and I are taking pizzas again to them. Lighter one.
Oh, it's great. I'm glad the community's stepped up to help us. I can't stand to watch somebody's kids be hungry because their daddy's done worked for something that he been paid for and they took it back.
If these miners think a train may come through with their coal, there may be a lot more pizza needing delivered.
We ain't going nowhere. That coal ain't coming out of that holler till we get at least some answers. We want our money.
In Harlan County, Hannah Reynolds, WYMT Mountain News.
Today, we also learned the Christian Appalachian Project is joining forces with other organizations to help the miners. On August 13th, from 10 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon, they will be at the Harlan Convention Center to hand out essential items. It is part of Operation Sharing, which collects food, paper goods, and household supplies. CAP will bring several tractor-trailer loads of goods to the mountains.
We just wanted to show them that they're not alone, that there are people who understand what it's like to try to make ends meet and try to take care of their families. And so our staff wanted to do something tangible to let them know that, hey, the rest of Kentucky sees you and that we're here for you as well.
And again, they will be in Harlan County August 13th. Also today, Kentucky Attorney General Andy Beshear sent out a statement about the issues these miners are facing. He said, in part, I fully support our miners. Black Jewel failed to pay them for weeks of hard work, and the way the company filed for bankruptcy prevents miners from accessing their 401ks, making it even harder for them to feed their families during this trying time. Today we learned Black Jewel officials are not expected in court again until Saturday. Previously, it was scheduled for tomorrow. And we've also heard plans are being made to try and take buses full of miners to Charleston, West Virginia for that Saturday hearing. And this quick reminder, later this week there will be a job fair specifically for Black Jewel miners. Fluor and United Infrastructure Group are looking for 25 to 35 miners. They will work on a 4-year highway expansion project in Asheville, North Carolina. The fair is August 1st from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. We have more information about this on WYMT.com.
And that cold front is continuing to push through the mountains, which is why we're hearing those showers and storms even here at the station. We'll go ahead and take you, though, to Interstate 75 over into London, where they've been dealing with the pop-up showers and storms throughout the day, even looking on top of Buffalo Mountain. Starting to clear out a little bit, but we did definitely see a little bit of that pop-up shower and storm move through parts of Perry County. Satellite and radar, a lot of us have been dealing with this today. Some of us have remained dry at times, then we've seen a pop-up shower or two, and then we've seen more sunshine. So really, it's not been overall a total washout, but definitely soggy at times. So look at pinpoint Doppler. We just saw that shower move through parts of Perry County, but we're looking at heavier rain moving through parts of Laurel County, out of Pulaski County, even into Rockcastle County as well. We're even seeing some heavier downpour looking up into Magoffin County. We do know our friends over in Powell County have received a lot of rain, which is why they're under that aerial flood advisory. That goes until 7:30, but as we go and check out those temperatures, if you are getting in on some of the rain chances, well, at least you're getting a little bit of a cool down. You see anywhere from the 60s to the 70s and even to the 80s as well. We'll continue to see these scattered showers and storms, but for how long? I'll have a look at that full forecast coming up in just a few short minutes. Steve.
All right, Paige, thank you. A fun day at Breaks Interstate Park turned scary for one Pike County family. A snake bit a 7-year-old boy near the pool area. WYMT's Marianne Fletcher talked with his family about that terrifying moment. But first, a warning, you might find some of the images in this story graphic.
Maddox Leedy is your typical 7-year-old.
We was eating and he got done eating, so we went in the grass.
His sister Maddie says when lifeguards called for everyone to get out of the Breaks Interstate Park pool, he still wanted to play.
He dropped a penny and he went to get it.
That penny almost cost Maddox his life.
He screamed, "Help me."
In the beginning, his family thought it was not too serious.
Yeah, they thought it was a bee sting, but it wasn't.
Family members took Maddox to a nearby hospital. He was then flown to UK Hospital.
I was very terrified, but I try to stay strong for him.
12 vials of anti-venom later, Maddox is expected to be okay. Park officials believe a venomous snake bit the boy near a hole in the ground.
As his fingers continued to swell, it became obvious that it was a snake bite.
Austin Bradley is the park superintendent.
This snake bite actually occurred in an area of the park where you wouldn't typically think that there were snakes around.
He warns others to always check your surroundings.
So we just always encourage everybody to always be alert, even in developed portions of the park.
Keeping a watchful eye. Marianne Fletcher, WYMT Mountain News.
Officials with the Breaks Interstate Park have filled the holes near the pool. As you could see in that video, right now that area is roped off. We now know when a Clay County mother whose son police say threw hot water on a friend as part of a viral challenge will appear in court. Angela Guth faces second-degree abuse and first-degree wanton endangerment charges. Police say after her son's friend received second- and third-degree burns and Guth did not seek medical help for the 11-year-old, she is scheduled for arraignment on August 12th. Happening right now in Pike County, former Eric C. Kahn clients are meeting with attorneys to get an update on where they stand on receiving benefits again. In recent weeks, several judges have ruled in favor of clients, which could lead to hundreds of them having their disability benefits reinstated. Many have gone years without them. We have a reporter at that meeting, and we'll have more on what was said at 11.
And after that cold front moves through, it'll be a little bit cooler, those lower 80s, warming up as we head into the weekend and even drying off. I'll have a look at that full forecast coming up in just a few short minutes.
But first, we'll tell you about $2 million of renovations in one school district.